I love you. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Leo and thank you for joining me here today. Sorry it's been a while, so I might be a little bit rusty, but we'll get straight back into it. As you can see, we're going to be doing photography with flowers today. I'm going to show you the pictures I've been doing like this, how easy it is to actually do on a budget, and that's me on a budget. The dearest part today was actually the flowers. The ones I've been using in my pictures is the ones that I rescued out of a neighbour's bin. So I've had to go out to my local store and buy some flowers, but at least Mrs H is happy as well. I'm going to show you the basic settings I'm going to be using, and I'm actually going to show you the back of the camera so you can actually see the picture as I take it. A lot of people think I've been using Photoshop and Lightroom. I haven't. You can use them, maybe a bit of dodge and burning, or take a few dust spots out that you've got on the petals of the flowers, or even maybe put a vignette in like I've been doing. That's mainly all I have been doing. These shots are basically ready to come perfect out the back of your camera. So let's get on with it. Okay, first things first, what we need, like I said, we need some flowers. Really, you don't need a bunch of flowers. You can just get away with a flower or a couple of flowers, because I'm not actually using the flowers as a background. I've had to go out and buy some, but like I said, Mrs H likes the flowers. I like the flowers because it gives me a lot of practice in my photography. There's a technique I want to show you that I think will help a lot of people. You don't have to do this just on flowers. You can do it on other things. I have tried it and it does work. What we're going to need is a light. This is a new Siru bendable light, LED bendable light. You can change the colours. I'm just going to flop that down in there because it's putting highlights onto my face. This is just to light the flowers up, and believe me, these lights are absolutely fantastic, and I am going to be doing a review on them because they're a godsend when it comes to photography like this. And I don't really brag a lot about things, but what I do brag about is this light, because trust me, they're brilliant. But that's another one that they change colours and everything, but we'll talk about that another day. I like the flowers, that's all I want. I don't want, like I said, we want one flower, or we don't need to get groups. We can put groups and put a nice picture on the back of it, but we're going to isolate on one flower. The simplest thing I've been using is and all it is coloured tissue paper. But it's very thin. What I mean really thin, it's really thin. You can virtually see my hands through it. But what I've been doing is I've been covering the flower with it. But I've just been folding it. Now it's important to fold it because I did try and rip it out just in the middle and it went everywhere. So what I did is fold it into a couple of times into a point. Then gently just pinch the very end of it, and I mean just the tip. The reason why is you don't need all too big, because these flowers are quite small. If you're doing a bigger flower, yeah, by all means, use a bigger hole. Because these are quite small, we only need a small hole. And all I'll do is give me a nice little hole in the middle. And I don't want it too smooth. So what I'll do is to just scrumple it up as well, because I want the texture. This is what actually gives you the textures, because the light reflects in different angles on the paper. Reflecting on different angles of the paper means it gives you a different effect when you're looking through the camera. I've done this for a few different colours I've been using, and they all work fantastic. Once I show you this, I want to see you take pictures and send them to me, because you're going to be doing this brilliant, and I've been waiting to show you this, and it's been taking me a bit of time to get through to it. We don't want the floor. Right, next, camera, tripod, no flash. We're going to be doing yet again a bit longer exposure towards the pictures. I know what you're going to say, I ain't try flash, but I'm going to have to try a flash to see if it works. I don't know how it works, but I will try it over the next couple of weeks, and we'll investigate. So you need a nice tripod. This is a Vanguard tripod, my old faithful, as usual, the VEO3. All I want to be doing is I want to be getting dead onto the centre of the flower. That is it, that's the main thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to focus straight on the flower on the middle. Once we've got it sharp, that's it, you can lock it off. This lens and this camera, for some reason, I find in autofocus a lot better than my Canon one. So I'm sort of got a lot of faith in this, and I'm just letting the camera do the work, should I say, like always. It's important to get a more of a dreamy effect on your pictures to keep it f-stop low as possible. This one at the minute it's on 4.5. I can actually lower it because I want to make it dreamy. It ain't all about being pin sharp. I know the focus point is going to be pin sharp, and that's enough for me. If you put your f-stop up too high, what happens is it don't give you the same effect on the paper. You can try it and let me know in the comment box below if you find it works better. This is just how I'm doing it. So by keeping it low, I'm allowing more light through. And I've got it this at the minute at 1/8 of a second, and that's just basically, am I going to go 8? No, I ain't. I'm actually going to go 1/4 of a second because that's smack bang on perfect and what the picture says. Like I says, when I do these pictures, I'm actually going to show you on the screen as I take the pictures before and afters, because they don't need really editing. All I'm actually doing is, like I says, I'm putting a bit of a vignette into the pictures. That's all you really need to do. But this is the magic bit. All I'm going to do is I'm going to present the flower to the picture. So I know that the focus right on the dot, and all I'm going to do now is I'm going to move it back slowly. The slowly I get it, and then all I'm going to do is press the trigger, take a shot. Now that one, a bit blown out, that's because the light's a bit too powerful. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this light round a bit. Bend it over the flowers so it's more for me to see than what for you to see. Okay. There's one quite happy with that one. Let's try another one. Focus in. My focus is on. Pin to the point. That's it. Yet again, let's just focus in. When I'm pulling backwards and forwards the owl, I'm just watching in the viewfinder the flower and the paper going into the owl, and you can see it actually on the back of your live view straight away if it's going to be any good. That one straight away, that's okay, but I think we can do better. As normal. So let's try it again. Let's try to turn it round. Oh, that looks quite nice. Let's have a look. Not too bad. Still finding a little bit dark, the tissue paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a yellow one again, because I've just taken the light away from it. It might work a bit better. Not too bad. Not keen on the yellow. Let's try the orange. Now this orange, this orange with the red should be nice. Should be. I mean, I did this something the other week and it was nice, but different flowers. And that one, straight out the back of the camera. Just going to lower my f-stop now. It's f3.2 now. And as you can see, as soon as I've changed the f-stop, it takes the harshness out the colour of the orange. Let me try this with the purple one now again. Oh, I love this purple. It's so dreamy looking. It's so dreamy looking. Now really you can't see the flower, all you can see is the centre in that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm carefully going to rip the paper just a little bit more to open it up a bit more, because the flower's quite big. I want to see more of the flower. Well, she'll say more of the petals. And there we go, see more of the petals now. Let's just frame that up a little bit better. The closer you bring it to the lens, the blurrier it gets, but you still get that nice dreamy effect. It's like say, but take your time doing it. Let's choose another flower. Let's have a look at the yellow one. There we go. It's like I said, I've got total confidence in this lens. It's total unreal. I don't even, like I says, focus. I let the autofocus do it. I ain't tried on insects yet, but like I say, for this sort of things, it does it for me. Get it in focus. Let's have a look, see what that says. It's way too bright. There we go. Let's put a bit of yellow over yellow. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is just seriously fantastic. Let's try another one for good luck. But what I do like about these is you can actually turn them black and white as well, which makes it ideal. So that's yellow one. Let's try a purple with a yellow one. Let me know in the comments box what you think. And do you think it's just an easy, simple effect? I mean, I got this off Amazon. I think it cost me £3 for a big pack of it. You also need a little square, just enough to see through. That's a lovely dreamy effect. That is a lovely dreamy effect. Let me try it with the orange. Oh, that's even better. What do you think of that one? I'll just try this one more for good luck. I'm just going to turn the paper around to get what I want. Even bend it a little bit. Oh, look at that. You tell me that picture can't go straight onto social media or go straight printed. Like I says, it is just so basically simple. And I mean simple. I'm on ISO 100. Like I said, I've just changed it back down now. So I've gone a 30th of a second, f3.2, but I'm needed that, like I says, to lighten it up, because if I was to darken it up, let's just show you quickly. So I'm going to go to f4. No, so I'm going to go to f6 just to show you. I'm only doing this to show you. Let's try the orange. See what I mean? You can see dark. Oh. What do you think of that then? Told you it was easy, didn't I? People thought I was using Photoshop and Lightroom to put layers over them. I've not used any. You've seen it yourself. You don't really need it. There's always ways around things, and I love experimenting and finding those ways to overcome the challenge. We don't need money, like I says, all this top-end money. This is something creative we can do at home. Tissue paper, you can get from any craft store. It is cheap as chips. I mean, I've used it on flowers, but you don't mean you got to use it on flowers. You can use it on other things. What I'd like to see is your pictures and any comments you got. If you think in any way I could better it. And like I says, if you try and flash and you do succeed, please let me know straight away, because I'd really be interested in finding out. Like I says, I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you all for getting to the end of this video. And I will be doing another one. Maybe not yet, but I've got 3 or 4 coming out. I've got to show you this new cellulite. Absolutely brilliant. Like I've said before, what you've seen on the pictures, it absolutely does the job. But you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Until next time, stay safe and happy snapping.